There are spoilers in this video. You have been warned. So, Kaiji the Ultimate Survivor is my favorite anime, if you can tell by the name of the video. The anime is semi-popular on my anime list. It's the 594th most popular anime with a rank 205th, and the score is 8. People have pretty mixed opinions on the anime. The weird thing is, I found it on a PewDiePie video. Just kidding, I like PewDiePie video, and he's not weird and fat. It was a time where Squid Game was getting popular, and of course I watched it. I was hungry for same life risking game series, and PewDiePie uploaded the meme review where he reviewed Squid Game memes, and he recommended Kaiji.
If you like Squid Game, check out Kaiji. I think that's what it's called. It's like one of the better, same type of games. Yeah, look, it's one of the highest rated animes. Yeah, don't miss out on the classics, you know.
After I watched the PewDiePie video, I went on animekissa.com and started watching Kaiji, and I watched the both season in just 2 days. I fell in love with the show, and both seasons were amazing. Unlike the other animes like Tokyo Ghoul, Seven Deadly Sins, The Promised Neverland, and High School DxD. But why do I like Kaiji? Because each episode gets better and better and makes you sit at the edge of your seat and more hungrier to know what will happen next. But what thing does make episodes in Kaiji more exciting and more thrilling? The music in Kaiji. The music just makes the scenes more louder, and you can just feel the intensity. The music just puts the viewer in the mood of what the writer wanted. Music in Kaiji, I give it a 9 out of 10. By the way, some soundtracks are in the background of the video. Next thing that I love in the series are the characters, Kaiji being the super protagonist. At the beginning of the first episode, we can see that Kaiji is not living his best life. He lives in poverty and is addicted to gambling. One day, a loan shark named Endo comes to his house telling him that he owes him 850 yen because of his past co-worker who disappeared, and that much money is $37,600. Of course, he doesn't have that much money to pay, and Endo knows that. So he gives him an option to participate in an unknown gambling event. If you win the gambling event, all your debt is going to be erased. At first, Kaiji is not really sure about it because if he loses more money, then that money is going to be on his debt, and plus the 2 years of hard-working slavery. But then, Endo gets a call and just 2 spots are left in the event. Kaiji starts to panic, and there was another call for Endo, and there are no spots for the event. Kaiji is shocked and stands up fast, asking Endo if he can do something so he can join. Endo asks him, does he want to join? Kaiji responds, I guess so. Even now he's not sure. Endo takes a call, and they made just one more space for Kaiji. Endo takes out a paper and asks Kaiji to sign it. He signs the paper and he has been debated.
Kaiji. ご苦労さん。契約。見事にハマるもんっすね。携帯。
There was probably plenty space for the event. They just trolled him. A month later, Kaiji and the other participants are all waiting in the ship. Before they came, they were checked for guns, phones, and other items that were forbidden. After waiting, 3 people in black suits came to give them their war funds for gambling. And then they show a fucking huge ass block of money. Every participant can take from 1 million yen to 10 million yen, and they have 4 hours to make money, but they have to give back 40% what they took. Then people start panicking because they're already in debt and can't take more of it. But the guy in the suit said they can leave, but nobody's going to leave because none of them want to work low-paying jobs to bear their debts. Everybody starts to take 1 million, but then somebody named Funai takes the upper limit. Kaiji then realizes that there is no need for sympathizing, only now you have to think about winning, and Kaiji takes 10 million. Here we can see that Kaiji is not scared to risk something, and later in the episodes we will see how he is a smarter guy. Then a new character appears, Tonegawa, who later in the series is going to gamble against Kaiji. He starts to explain what gambling they are going to be doing. Oh, and I forgot to say they gave them envelopes, which then Tonegawa says to open them. In the envelopes, there were cards with a rock hand shaped symbol, scissor hand shaped symbol, and a paper hand shaped symbol. They were playing restricted rock, paper, and scissors. They had to open the B envelope, which had stars in them, and then Tonegawa explains the game. I was too lazy when I was writing the script, so here's the clip of Tonegawa explaining how the game works.
アイコなら星の移動はなし。しかし勝負があったなら勝者は敗者の星を一つ受け取り自分の胸につける。これをここにいる全員で自由に相手を決め繰り返すだけ。使用したカードはボックスの投入口に入れる。ボックスに入れられたカードは電光掲示板に表示される。配られたグーチョキパーのカードはそれぞれ4枚、参加者は103名、全部で412枚ということになる。勝負の時間は4時間。この勝負途中の経過はどうあれ最終的に星を3つ確保すれば勝ち。単純にして明快。ただし12枚のカードを全て使い切ること、カードを破棄することは許されない。ゲーム終了時に星が2つ以下のもの、星が3つ以上あっても時間内にカードを使い切れなかったもの、カードがあっても途中で星を全てなくしたものは負けである。言うならば今回のギャンブル、星は寿命、カードはチャンス。敗者が残したカードは主催者側の手でボックスに投入。カードの残数に違いは生じない。
違いは生じません。以上で私の説明は全て終わらせていただきます。
The game has begun, and the first 10 minutes people were already losing because it doesn't take a lot of time to lose. Funai, yeah, that guy, he approaches Kaiji and gives him an offer. He asks him to team up so they can have 100% chances of winning the gamble. Funai explains that they can just draw every round and they can use all of their cards, having all 3 stars because you need at least 3 stars and no cards to win. Kaiji accepts his offer and they start playing. Everything was going okay until the 10th round. Funai broke his promise and picks a card to win. He just apologizes to Kaiji because he forget what next card they were going to place. So Funai shows him he is going to use rock. And then this happened.
セット。せめてこの時気づいていたら。オープン。
カードをピタッと2枚重ねて相手に見せ、置いてくるのは見せてない裏側のカード。見事な手際やったやろ。ほら、俺はこれでごっつおさん。
After Funai scams Kaiji, Kaiji goes insane and attacks Funai, demanding to give back his stars. Men in the black suit stop him and explain to Kaiji that this is a battlefield and that wasn't wrong what Funai did. In that moment, we can see Kaiji's foolishness and good morality. After Kaiji grieves in regret, he sees his past co-worker Furahata. He starts to follow him to the break room, which became a room where people regret their actions and cry. Kaiji sees Furahata and takes him out of that place. After they left the break room, Kaiji says that there are people who rot there and don't see the path of victory because of their despairs. We can see that Kaiji is not a pussy and that he is willing to take matters in his hands. He figured something in his head and says that they need somebody with 2 stars and no cards. They went in the break room and found Ando. I guess that's how you say his name. Ando. Ande. Andoru. Anda. Ando. They teamed up, and that's where the second episode ends. We are now gonna take a break from episodes and talk about the art style and the animation of Kaiji. The author of the art style in Kaiji, Nobuyuki Fukumoto, I probably said that wrong. The art style is really different from other anime, and when I first started watching Kaiji, I didn't like the art style that much, but now I love it. Now let's talk about the characters. The characters have big or small noses, big eyes, blocky head or a triangle shaped jawline like on Kaiji, and a small mouth compared to the other features on the face. If you're interested in Kaiji's art style and more quality anime reviews, watch Your Beat. He's a great YouTuber and he also has a video about Kaiji. I will put his channel below the video. Okay, time to go back on the episodes. The third episode starts and we see Kaiji peeing. Yes, I'm not lying, this is the first scene we see. Not counting the narrator talking what happened in the previous episodes. Then Furuhata comes and literally stands right next to him to pee. Now that is sussy. Like, he had other urinals and he literally stands next to his urinal. The rule that every guy knows is that not to stand to next someone's urinal. Only exception if that's the only urinal available. Furuhata then starts to talk like he has hope now and that three of them are in this together. But Kaiji has a different opinion. He thinks that they are just three pieces of trash combined. Then Kaiji notices that Furuhata doesn't have one of his cards. Kaiji asks where is his card, but dumb Furuhata gave it to Ando because he said he will hold on it. We see that Furuhata is not that smart, because if Ando wins just one more round, he can win the gamble and lose all of his debt. Ando is already backstabbing them and later he's going to do it again. Kaiji and Furuhata start looking for the fat bastard. They found him and of course he's playing a match. Ando saw them and he could have stopped to play, but he didn't. And of course he lost, and they were in a more shithole than before. Ando explained that he just wanted to up their stars to 5. Kaiji and Furuhata know he's bullshitting. Furuhata says to kick him out of the group, but Kaiji won't. Even if he wanted to kick him, he didn't want to. Why? Because moments ago they said they will go as a unit, and even if bad things happen, they will go still as one. They are in pretty shit situation because they only have 3 scissors, but Kaiji starts to think, and he comes up with the idea. He needed a person with 9 cards and that he used a rock or scissors in his last match. Furuhata and Ando start looking and Kaiji starts to see if somebody's going to sell him a star, but his timing was shit. If he waited an hour or 2, people will start selling cards because they will, not cards, stars because they will have extra stars. Furuhata and Ando found a person who meets Kaiji's expectations, but the problem was that he just had 1 star. But he knew that there isn't going to be another person with those conditions, so Kaiji is going to take a leap of death and risk to play with 1 star. The opponent accepts to play against Kaiji. The first round Kaiji wins, and the opponent is a little bit angry, but starts to walk off. Kaiji stops him and says to play 1 more round. The second round they lost and they are again back to 3 stars, but Kaiji wanted to lose. That was the bait, and now starts the third round.
死ねクズこの街こそがカイジのファインプレー地獄に落ちろオープンバカなどうしてじゃあな待てもう一勝負だそうだ戻れカイジもう初期は出ないセット
4枚チョキだけは絶対にいない。オープン。
3連続で同じ手が来たからもう同じ手は来ない。ギャンブルではこの考え方は最も危険。
チョキはない。チョキは。
Kaiji won 2 times in a row. The opponent used the balance logic. The most time it is correct, but it has a blind spot, and he couldn't think that he has 4 scissors. Kaiji, Furuhata, and Ando are now on 4 stars. They are on a good path, but they don't have any cards. Furuhata and Endo were panicking because they thought that they couldn't do anything because they didn't have cards. But Kaiji thought of an idea when he saw the big screen that showed numbers of cards. His idea was to get one group of cards so they have bigger chances of winning. So the plan was to get 30 rock type cards, but they had to hire people as agents so information won't spread that they had 30 rock type cards. They found some people to be their agents. Those people bring them the cards and they pay them. They used 8 million yen for the cards, so there was no turning back now. Kaiji gave 10 cards to everybody. Endo was the first to go out and watch the scoreboard for cards. Then every minute they will switch and somebody else would go and see the scoreboard. Some time passes and Furuhata comes in the bathroom and says that something is wrong. On the scoreboard, just scissors were going down, but the paper were at the same number. Then Kaiji realizes that somebody else is doing the same plan as there, but with paper type cards. They were really now in regret, and Furuhata and Endo lost their matches because they let the gambling demons control them. But Kaiji, the GOAT, didn't fall in that trap. The team is now back at 3 stars. They sat down on the infamous sofa, and a team of 3 came to them. They were the one who bought the paper type cards. They came to flex and that they had the same idea, but they heard that somebody was buying rock type cards. The guy who looks a little bit like Kaiji offers him to play against him in the final match, because they are both geniuses, so it will be a great final match, because if they lose, they can still win the gambling event. But the problem is that Kaiji has just 1 star, so he offers him a star for 5 million yen, which Kaiji refuses. But he will still take him on with just 1 star. Now Kaiji has balls of steel. However, Kaiji wants a deathmatch, so they both bet won all of 3 stars. Of course, he declines his stupid offer, but Kaiji then begs him for just 2 normal matches. He declines again, but then Kaiji agrees on 1 match only. Kaiji, of course, doesn't want to play 1 stupid match, so he bets on 3 stars and his 6 million yen. At first, Furuhata and Ando just didn't want to do it, but Kaiji convinces them with a speech. Sorry guys, but unfortunately I can't show you this scene because I got a fucking copy strike. So I can't upload the video if I don't cut this, so unfortunately you can't see this part.
勇気を生き残るための勇気を
So he convinces them now, and he has to convince the blonde fuck to play. And look how good this scene is. Again, I can't show you so much of this scene, so I'm going to show just a little bit. But definitely watch this anime, so you can, you know, watch the good stuff.
臆病ばっかで脳まで退化してやがんのよ。そんなの生きてるなんて言わねえ。ただ心臓や肺が動いてるだけ。無駄だからさっさと死ねや。悪いこと言わねえから世間の迷惑考えて今すぐ死ね。船降りたらすぐにここまで来たら勝負だろうが。受けてやろう。
Kaiji is literally a good convincer. I don't think is that even a word? Okay, so then the match starts, and Kaiji already knew what card he's going to pick. But how? He saw that he already had a card prepared in his jacket, and that means the card was already picked even before the match. but there's more stuff how he figured it out. Why watch the series to figure it out? I'm lazy, so that's why I won't explain. But Kaiji, and that's the end. We never know if Kaiji won or lost. Okay, I'm kidding, but I won't tell you if he won or lost. I want you, the viewer of this video, to watch Kaiji. And I really mean this. If you have free time, watch Kaiji. But if you don't have much of that time and you like stopped watching anime and like quit it maybe for 1 to 2 months because of school or work, doesn't matter, just put it in your anime list and watch it. I really mean it, it's really good. Okay, so this is the end of the video. I won't spoil anything what happens in the series anymore, and this video is already like really long, like 20 something minutes. Like wow, I did that 20 minutes, you know, just crazy, because like this is my first big video. Like I actually wrote a script for this video. Like I never write stuff on my PC, like I just play games and that's it. But yeah, I really had fun and I really want feedback, you know. I think I could have written the script better and edited better, but I didn't edit in a long time. And yeah, I just want feedback and that's it. I hope you enjoyed and thank you for watching.